Sarah from the upcoming. An absolute pleasure to have you here with us. Can you give us a brief intro to the Institute? What can people expect when they're coming to watch it tonight?
Spookiness, psychic kids. These are such boring answers. And mystery.
Have you always been a big Stephen King fan? Do you have a favorite book or adaptation that you've watched before?
Absolutely. I'm a huge Carrie fan. I'm into like musical theater, and so I watched the musical first, or not watched it, listened to the musical first, got into the book, and got into Stephen King, specifically his short stories. So I love him. Yeah, he's awesome.
And when you first read The Institute, this was put in your lap. What did you first think about this? Because I guess there's some common threads you can see in Stephen King's work, but this is it's very much its own story too.
Yeah, I think when I first read it, which was like before the audition, so I was like already really into it. It was, it's like newer Stephen King, so it's a lot different to, like you said, like there's that through line of like his older work into the now, and kind of seeing what he's carried, what's happening in like, society in our world today into his writing, and kind of remaining with that commentary on, yes, it's spooky and it's all these horror stories, but they do have something to say, and I think he's carried that into this one, so it's very cool.
And tell us a bit more about your character and how you fit into this world of kids with unique abilities, let's say.
Nick Wilholm, everyone keeps telling me he's the bad boy, which is very weird for me. I'm a very smiley person.
So lean into it?
Yeah, I'll lean into it. So I won't smile for the rest of this. He's a bad boy, but he's had quite a tragic past, I think. And so it's not coming from nowhere. He has a soft side, he has some depth to him, and he doesn't always rely on his psychic abilities to like make him feel, I guess, powerful. He likes to be his own just person.
What was it like on this shoot? Because I think when you're watching something that's so sort of high stakes intensity, I wonder, is that like that for the actors too? Did you also feel a lot of tension, or did you manage to relax a bit between takes?
I mean, with this great group of people, and obviously it's like people my age, younger cast overall, specifically when I was shooting, so they kind of made it feel like a safe space, a space you could mess up and grow and develop what you were working on. Which was amazing. But yes, we had like this built set, right? That was like the Institute. And so that kind of helps you when you were on camera, get into that dark, kind of hopeless place. So you had a little bit of both in the best ways.
And an incredible fellow cast, Joe in particular, but also Ben Barnes, Mary Louise Parker. What was it like working alongside these other people?
I mean, Joe's my boy. Love him. Ben's lovely, and you can tell he's been doing this for a while because he's so courteous and professional, but also he's goofy and has a lot of fun. So he kind of set a precedent of like joy and finding joy in the work on set. And then Mary Louise Parker, I love theater, and Mary Louise Parker, she's done a lot of theater. She's phenomenal to watch, and I was lucky enough to be able to watch a lot of her work. I got to act in a scene with her, which Joe got a lot of that, very jealous. So it was a masterclass just to be on set with her. It was awesome.
And in terms of what people can take away, I mean, is there something cathartic about watching sort of like a slow burn horror? So you're kind of going along for the ride in that sense, but also there are some thought-provoking questions about, systems of abuse and particularly taking advantage of the vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. Very much like you said, in the vein of Stephen King, is that it is like a cool kind of like mystery thriller that you can kind of go along with the ride, but also you can take the time to look at what these kids are going through and find parallels in, the world today, and the systems of abuse, and particularly in institutions of power that we don't necessarily question.
And what's going to be next for you? If you got something in the pipeline, and what might be on your bucket list? Perhaps working with Mary Louise Parker again, theatre?
Wow, yeah, you took it right out of my mouth. Definitely like do theater with Mary Louise Parker would be amazing. Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Hey, here we are at the premiere. Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, better yet, here in London, right? Okay, yeah, that would be my bucket list. And for next on the pipeline, I've been doing some stuff. I'm in Canada, so maybe nothing here in the UK. Would love to, but I've been keeping busy, which is very nice. I don't think I can say much, because that's just how it goes with film, because it's like so after the fact.
And what about South by Southwest London? It's almost connecting, isn't it? It's something that's like very American, even the show itself, here with the London audience. Does that feel quite cool?
Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, yeah, I've never been to the ones in North America, but to have that kind of connection, have the industries cross over, I think is a great thing to happen, and will hopefully set a precedent for, not only actors, but production companies and creatives to kind of have that crossover of the industries.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for sharing all that with me. Really enjoyed tonight. Thanks so much.